Hey friends, welcome back to Fridays with Faye. Have you ever noticed how much of life is spent waiting? We're waiting for prayers to be answered, waiting for healing, waiting for prodigal children to come home, waiting for doors to open, waiting for God to move. Friends, if I'm being honest, waiting is not something I do well. Lately, I found myself in seasons of waiting in several areas of my life. Waiting for answers concerning Bradley, waiting as I continue walking this journey with ATTR, waiting on God to show me what comes next when the road ahead feels uncertain. There are days when I want to see the entire plan, and instead, God gives me just enough light for the next step. One of my favorite ways to describe life is the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. When we watch the parade on television, we see one float at a time, one marching band, one balloon, one performance. We see the moment that is directly in front of us. Sometimes we catch a glimpse of something exciting coming down the street, but our view is very limited. And that's a lot like our lives. We can only see the moment we're standing in. We see today's struggle, today's heartbreak, today's unanswered prayer. We see the diagnosis, the difficult phone calls, and we see the waiting. But God sees the entire parade. He knows where we've been. He knows where we are. But friends, most importantly, He knows exactly where we're going. Nothing catches Him by surprise. The twists, the turns, the delays, and detours that leave us confused are all part of a story He already sees from beginning to end. As I've walked through the challenges with Bradley and continue navigating my own health journey, I've often wanted God to show me the next 10 steps. Instead, He usually gives me one and then asks me to trust Him for the next. I've learned that trusting God is more than simply saying, I trust you. Trust is actively placing our worries, fears, plans, and expectations into His hands and leaving them there. It's surrendering the outcome when we desperately want control. It's choosing faith over certainty. The waiting is never wasted. Throughout Scripture, we see that God often does His deepest work while people are waiting. Joseph waited in prison before becoming a ruler. David waited years between being anointed king and sitting on the throne, and Esther waited for the right moment to speak. Their waiting seasons were not punishment, but they were preparation. And perhaps that's true for us too. While we're focused on the destination, God is working on our hearts. He's building endurance, strengthening our faith, and teaching dependence on Him. Let's open up our Bibles to Galatians 6:9. Let us not get tired of doing good, for we will reap at the proper time if we don't give up. Friend, if you're in a season of waiting, don't give up. Keep praying, keep trusting, keep serving, and keep taking the next faithful step. The God who sees the entire parade has not lost sight of you. This week, I'm giving you a challenge. Each day this week, when you find yourself worrying about something you cannot control, stop and ask yourself, am I holding on to this, or have I truly given it to God? Then spend a few moments in prayer and intentionally hand that concern back to Him. At the end of the week, write down 3 ways you saw God's faithfulness, provision, or presence in your life. You may discover that while you've been waiting for God to move ahead of you, He has been faithfully walking beside you the entire time. Until next Friday, remember, we may only see one float at a time, but friends, God sees the whole parade. Trust the one who knows exactly where the story is headed. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next Friday, be blessed.